See you in hell, Judge. Sniper rifle's good. Another target. Haha, perfect. Another target. Ah, well, why'd you spawn two? And this one right next to me. And such an ugly one at that.
MasterCode!
Ah! Oh, hey, Judge, how's it going?
Are you talking practicing on simulations of me?
No. Judge, you dropped your face. I'll get you a new one.
Well now, the game is afoot.
And simulation, and simulation, and simulation.
Ready for your cross-examination, Mr. Code?
I'm ready to die. The Equestria Games begin with Spike chosen as the official torchlighter. Hold it! Alright, so here it is, the long-awaited Equestria Games.
Let the games begin.
And let me tell you, I love what this episode does with Spike. He's finally found his place in life, going from bag carrier to great and honorable Spike the Brave and Glorious. With everyone essentially treating him like royalty, giving him praise for saving the Crystal Empire. He's even got a freaking statue! Though I would've gone with something a little more cool.
Like me on a horse. No, wait, a motorcycle!
We also take an interesting look into Spike's psyche with his stage fright, as doubt sinks in when he's exposed to larger crowds. I would argue against this, seeing as he was the narrator in the Hearthswarming Eve play, but that was a crowd of a few hundred, where here he's expected to perform for tens of thousands. This is actually a very relatable situation for one to encounter. Whether preparing for an interview or performing for a crowd of thousands, it can be intimidating to knowing how a pivotal event in one's life can be determined by the response of the many or a single individual. But here it even has greater impact on Spike with the pedestal that he's been put upon. With his new savior label the Empire has bestowed upon him, he was initially riding high with his new title. Even though breathing fire comes naturally to our purple dragon, when suddenly thrust into the stadium's overwhelming crowds, he's instantly gripped by fear, knowing that he may fail, never live up to his image that everyone now displaces on him. It's a very powerful scene. It was executed flawlessly. I did fear afterwards when Twilight reveals that she lit the pyre for Spike that she would let him stay in his delusional state, basically repeating the moral of the last episode, but no, she confronts him almost immediately, which turns into a huge blow to his confidence, faltering complete belief in himself, which then eventually leads to an act of desperation by choosing to sing the anthem, which he botches, thoroughly insulting Cloudsdale. Oh god.
I can't stop looking at it. It's like the sight of a horrible car accident.
And this was his final breaking point, succumbing to complete doubt. I'm thoroughly impressed with the writing of Spike's downfall. Later, Twilight attempts to break him out of his lethargic state, but when trouble arises, he finally breaks through his doubt, realizing the danger everyone's in, and stops the ice meteor from killing everyone.
You know, for kids!
But seriously though, I like how Spike is humble after the ordeal, disregarding his heroic status, caring only for the well-being of everyone. Also, this raises a new aspect of dragons with their flame power and emotions. Under stress, the story implies that dragons are unable to muster the strength to produce any flame, but under moments of strong emotional desires to save or help someone, the strength of a dragon's flame is greatly amplified. Overall, this is a great self-confidence moral. Praise from others can be a great boost in your confidence, but if you have doubt in your own abilities and your sense of self-worth, appreciates drastically. Letting go of past mistakes is difficult, but if you move forward, your experience will help you excel in the future. Probably one of the best morals of this whole season. I think that's about it. Also, there was a side story about an event or something, I guess. That's about it, so yeah.
Very well then. So long, everybody.
Hold it! Hold on, Your Honor.
Ugh, why does this always happen? Can't a courtroom proceeding ever go smoothly?
I have some additional points I'd really like to bring up, Your Honor.
Well, obviously, I have no power to stop you, so continue.
The Equestria Games has been an event that's been built up since Game 20's play, and I expected a spectacular payoff during the actual event, and that really didn't happen. I reiterate, this is a great episode, but for 3 episodes of build-up to the actual event, the games were pretty much an afterthought instead of the main focus. There was no spectacle for the event. It just kind of happened, and then that's it. We're just told a 1-1 event by Pinky's exposition of medal counts.
Did it strike you as odd that in a Super Bowl show with Dolly Parton, we didn't see any football?
But in retrospect, it was kind of a ripoff.
Like the Griffins, for example. You introduced them from Rainbow Falls, and they had little to no presence here. And in all honesty, the Equestria Games should have focused on Rainbow Dash. She has the most sentimental connection to this event, missing out on the event in Cloudsdale as a filly, and now has a chance to compete in it. And then you either have her win, or have a real emotional ending with her coming close to the goal, but just losing in the end. Yet eventually comforted in the fact that she tried, and took part in an amazing experience, touched the sky if you will. Sorry to rain on the parade, but this wasn't a satisfactory conclusion to the Equestria Games arc. Now, I can't stress this enough. I love this episode, one of the best this season. I'm just giving you my opinion on why this was a weak ending to this 2-season arc. Cue you hate mail? Anyway, last few notes on the episode. Lighter gag is still funny. Too many cameos to point out in the background. Though most interesting is Dr. Hooves and Rose again in Bulk Bicep's mother? Why is Cherry Jubilee in the Royal section? Miss Harshwood is once again a hilariously snooty supporting character. Looks like Dash and Spitfire are cool, you know, after the whole betrayal thing. So is there just a switch that returns the freedom of control of Unicorn's magic? Why would it take so long to activate? Or does it work as an invisible anti-magic field?
Anti-magic field. Oh, of course. How does it work, you may be asking? How? With science, of course.
And that's about it. And speaking of fields, isn't that a ship coming out of the asteroid fields?
Yes, finally, up at last.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Judge.
Oh, stop worrying. Besides, they may have supplies we can use. Or it could be a pizza. Judge loves pizza.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Still, establish contact, and let's hope for the best.